Welcome to CRE Fast 5. I'm Carly Iacono, and tonight we're talking about pop-up stores. Pop-up stores are relevant because they signal the flexibility and evolution of retail. They fall into three main buckets, which I'm going to go through in detail with you. The first is the third-party manufacturer direct-to-consumer model. In this category, we have third-party vendors. A great example is a company called b8ta, and that's B8TA, in case you happen to want to look them up online. Now, b8ta works directly with manufacturers to set up pop-up stores that fit their needs. This could be a flagship pop-up in Times Square, or it could just be a shelf to try out a new product in a market that they're currently not in. The interesting thing about b8ta is this is the retail as a service model. So the goal is not necessarily sales driven. Sales are always good, but it's much more about consumer engagement, technology, data, and product placement. So with b8ta, they actually have high resolution cameras throughout all of their pop-up stores. So they are sending real-time data back on the consumers to the manufacturers. How long does a consumer pick up a product and look at it before moving on? Where are the most eyes in the store? What's getting the most traffic, and how are things trending? So the manufacturer can then take that data and figure out how to design their stores, figure out what products really are in demand, or if they're in a great market that's matching up with their product or not. So third-party product testing in the form of pop-up is a really interesting data-driven new concept. The next concept is the brand within a brand. Now, there are several large companies that are doing this now. You might have seen the headlines recently. Target, for example, just announced a partnership with Ulta. They're going to open temporary pop-up stores for Ulta Beauty in most of their locations. So companies will do this brand within a brand concept when they want to create excitement. They want to draw new consumers in. Because at the end of the day, whoever goes to shop at that Ulta Beauty pop-up is also already in a Target store, and there is a high likelihood that they are going to purchase other goods. And the overhead or the cost to set up this brand within a brand concept for the parent company or the retailer is very, very low. They already have the square footage, and they're finding unique ways to increase consumer foot traffic and expand their product offerings without any long-term investment in a brand that may or may not be accretive to their overall business model. Another example of the brand within a brand is the Dick's Sporting Goods partnership with Carrie Underwood. This is a really unique partnership, and Dick's is opening these Carrie Underwood pop-up stores in Austin, Texas, and in LA, and a few other areas. And I think this is an effort to, again, connect with a different type of consumer without a long-term commitment. So really interesting kind of partnership there that you would not have expected. Target is also doing a brand within a brand with FAO Schwarz. They're opening some pop-up stores in New York City around the holidays. Again, great way to boost sales and keep their brand relevant while engaging with new consumers. Macy's, this is the last example in this category. Macy's announced a really crazy partnership with Polestar, which is an electric car manufacturer. So they're actually in Union Square going to be demoing and offering test drives with Polestars, which of course is an effort, in my opinion, to keep the Macy's brand hip and trendy, on point with the younger consumers, and pull people in who maybe really would not have thought of Macy's as an on-point brand. So great branding, great consumer engagement in the pop-up brand-on-brand concept. The third is the additional store. So we see Lululemon doing this or planning for this during the holidays because during COVID especially, they have maxed out on their stores and there are tremendous lines in a lot of their markets just to get into the store because of the capacity restrictions. So we're seeing this additional store concept being done maybe in the parking lot of an existing store, maybe outside of a mall to offer an outdoor shopping experience or another pickup point for a consumer that does not want to go into the physical retail store because of COVID. Or we're also seeing brands Test new markets. So if you are a manufacturer, you're a brand, and you've never been to Tampa, Florida, maybe you try a pop-up store to see what the consumer engagement is before going all in on a full build or a new location. So pop-ups are without question here to stay, and I think this is the start of retail as a flexible concept. Everything has to be fresh, it has to be new, and you're gonna see a lot more turnover in product offerings and tenants. So the key, if you are a landlord or an investor, is allowing these concepts. Allow brands to experiment, allow pop-ups, because they are going to drive traffic to your store and to your retail center at the end of the day. That was CRE Fast 5. I'm Carly Iacono. I look forward to seeing you again soon.